I heard of an author once that happened to be in a bookstore, and he noticed that there was a couple that had his book, and they were kind of talking about it. So he approached them and asked them a question just to see what they were talking about and to see how they felt about the book. And they started sharing a few things, and then he realized that they were kind of misquoting him and saying, "Yeah, I don't like that the author says this." And he was like, "Well, I actually think that what the author says is that." And they started kind of arguing with him, not realizing that he's the author and he should know what he wrote in his own book. And I thought, wow, sometimes could it be that we talk a lot about Jesus, but if he were to show up and walk with us, we would argue with him about his book and his principles and whatnot. The main purpose for youth ministry is to lead young people to Jesus Christ. And sometimes we take this for granted because many of our youth grew up in the faith and in the church. We feel that, oh, that's kind of, that's too simple. Let's go and talk about other things. But in reality, that should be always the main goal, to lead young people to a real, vibrant, saving relationship with Jesus Christ. And not only in theory or in terms of spirituality, but that should affect everything in our lives. How we live our lives, the main values that we should uphold. I would like to challenge you as you lead out maybe, or you're part of the team for youth ministry in your church. How can you do the best you can to present Jesus to the youth in your church? That is the main goal. When was the last time that you took perhaps a few weeks to focus on the life and the teachings of Jesus Christ? Could it be that there are values in our lives that have nothing to do with the values that Jesus taught and preached about? The point is not so much to talk about him, to learn about beliefs. It's about connecting to a real person. And so, who is Jesus as a person to you in your life, as a leader, as a Christian? And how do the youth in your church connect to him as a person? So I encourage you, in everything, in anything that you plan, remember the number one goal is to lead young people to Jesus Christ.